Hello, I'm Brian Tracy and welcome to The Brian Tracy Show. Today, the most important phenomenon in the world is the World Wide Web, and we have one of the foremost authorities on how companies and individuals can maximize the World Wide Web for their business and their personal lives. Please help me welcome Mr. David White, one of the great brains of the world today. Hello, David. So happy to have you here.
Hi, Brian.
Now, let me ask you a question. What is it exactly that you do?
It's a great question. What I do is I help businesses make millions of dollars out of what they've already got online.
Wow. And how do you do that?
Well, we work with them to really understand their business and really translate it to work online.
Yes. Well, how do they do that? I mean, what is a business person like me walking in off the street, what would be the first thing that I would do or that you would do with me?
Well, the first thing we want to do is really understand who your customers are,
yes,
what you sell to them, how you sell to them, and we also want to know how you produce, how you make what you do.
yes,
Because we really want to understand the full story.
yes,
And really what we're about in simple terms is it's about communication. It's about talking to people in your market,
yes,
and then enabling them, wherever they are in the world, to find out more about you online, through the web, and then to make it really easy for them to buy your product or service.
So the single focus is increased sales and profitability.
Absolutely.
And from markets that you are not now tapping, or even customers that you have that you're not now maximizing.
Well, we like to work with experts.
Yes.
So it's people that are really focused on their business, that really know what they're doing, who might actually be flatlining. I mean, that would be the ideal business. They want to really grow their business. Their focus is so much on their existing business that they can't take it to another level. So I really help people take it to another level.
Wow. Now tell me, how did you get started in this business? Why did you choose this?
Well, originally I was in, would you believe, missile guidance.
Wow.
So I was in computing at a very young age, military computing. And it was all about, guiding single, very large missiles to its destination.
Yes.
And I kind of wanted to work more with people.
Yes.
And working with missiles was kind of anti-people.
Yes.
But the processes and techniques that I learnt, I discovered could be used in a much more positive way, much more helpful way. And everybody gets confused in their business trying to do so many things because we've
right.
got to juggle so many balls. So I just help them focus, and I focus on just that one thing, the trajectory, if you like, the client path, the route to business,
right.
and digitise that.
Right. Well, what is unique or different about your business that sets you apart from others that do this or purport to do the same thing?
Yeah. Well, we're quite different because what we do is it's not. I wouldn't regard it as being something that it provides improvement. We actually create unique and original digital businesses.
Yes.
And we work with clients on an equity basis
yes.
as well as on a paid-for basis. So
yes.
I think it's quite unusual that we really put our skin in the game, as it were,
right.
and we can share the results with clients. Most often we do. But some of our clients are major brands. I mean, we've worked with the biggest company in the world, Rio Tinto.
Yes.
We've worked with Marriott, IBM, companies like that, but all the way through to one-man bands of small businesses. And I just love helping everyone. Small businesses are great fun as much as the large companies are. The small companies, the smaller ones, have more flexibility.
Yes.
And it's always a matter of calming them down.
Right.
The bigger companies do know much more what they want.
Right.
And the complication there is trying to make it all fit for them.
Well, can you give me an example of a success story, a before and after story of one of your clients?
I got a couple of quick ones. I was recently found myself in Miami. There was an Icelandic volcanic problem and I was stranded.
Right.
So I sent out via Twitter and using some of the technology that I employ a little message that said marooned in Miami. And sure enough, 20 minutes later I got an email from someone saying, "Hey David, I'm in Miami and let's have lunch." 4 hours later, and I'd met the whole family, the wife, and really got to know them as much as you can in 4 hours, we agreed that we should do a joint venture. It was just really straightforward.
Right.
And the idea was he'd keep his current business. He had a nice level business, very profitable, very good business, but as soon as he would win a new client, he'd lose one.
Right.
And it was just, this was the way his business worked, frustrating. So it was flat but profitable. 3 months later, I nearly doubled his number of clients. So that was a big win, a big result for him and his family.
Right.
And it was a total win-win. It was a win for me, it was a win for him, it was found money, and it was a win for his clients because he does such a great service. Everyone's happy.
So what you mentioned to me earlier, and you touched on it, is that you will work with clients for a small cost up front just to cover the cost, but primarily on an equity basis. So you take a piece of the action, you have skin in the game, as we say here, and you're basically rewarded by the profits or part of the profits that you generate.
Absolutely.
That's a heck of a deal.
Yeah, it's just a no-brainer. Every time, 100% success.
Well, almost everyone who has a computer set up, as I do, an internet business, feels that they're sub-optimizing. There could be something that they're missing. So what advice would you give to business people listening to this that would help them to be better and smarter with regard to their internet business?
I actually think it's about focusing more on delivering the goods to your customers, and then from that process understanding more what your customers get from what it is that you supply, so that you end up with success stories that you can then communicate. Because really the internet is a communication media. It's a way of talking to others.
Yes.
And we can easily overcomplicate it, but if we keep it that simple and we use it for as a system for communication and getting to a wider market, that's what you need. So actually, you have everything you need.
Yes.
It starts with you, it stays with you, and you take what you've done and carry it forward to a wider audience.
And that's what you help us do.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Well, how do people get in touch with you, David?
You can visit the website at weboptimizer.com.
Right.
I was lucky enough back in '96 to name the industry. That was BG, before Google.
Right.
And on that site, I've got some ideas that you can download.
You were telling me what is it, the 101 or 101 ideas or something?
I've got 101 traffic ideas that you can implement immediately at absolutely no cost.
Wow.
You don't need to hire me. You can just download the document and just start working through it.
Wow, that's great. And that's weboptimizer.com.
You got it.
That's terrific. Thank you so much, David.
Thanks, Brian.
Pleasure.
Cheers.